remember the Sebo Dart 1 that we got for my stepmother very recently? Well, we are cracking on with the machine. It has been fully apart, fully refurbished, fully stripped, fully washed, and at the minute it's a cordless Felix. We need to start putting it back together, and some parts have come. So let's have a look at how this machine is turning out and build it back up into a fully functioning member of society once more. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner and Sebo chums. How are you today? Yes, the Dart one is cleaning up very nicely. It was well used indeed. But underneath all that muck is a very clean and tidy machine. It doesn't have many scrapes, doesn't have many deep scratches. Even the side of the floor head, look, that's about the worst that there is. And you know, for those of us who have seen heavily used Sebos, that is absolutely nothing. And yeah, we find ourselves here at this stage. There's some things that need to be done. So some bits have started to arrive, and we need to culminate in the new cord exit rubbish arriving so we can put the cable on, and that hasn't yet. So we're going to make a start on this floor head and get it a bit more complete again. Now the first hole that we need to fill is this one here, which I should have looked at this when we picked the machine up. I just didn't think, and that was my fault entirely. But hey, Manchester that, or Sebo's shop, from their Sebo's side of the business, or we'll take that off anyway, came to the rescue with this flap, and this is apparently a Dart specific flap, not the same as an X series or anything like that. So you do need to order one of the right ones. Yeah, they had one, and that just fits on there, he says. Oh, I just lost the spring. If you slot the spring into there, it will sit nicely, and then you can hold it there. And this is why I'm hoping that this part isn't as broken as I fear it is. I think it's got just enough left to hold that in place. It does. I mean, it's probably never going to come off again. We could glue it on and it would work fine. But we now have, fully working. Yeah, look, it's not broken off too much in order that it doesn't hold the flap on. So that is excellent. And, well, we know that that's going to work because we bunged a load of tape on it. The next thing that I got was a non-genuine, dirty, disgusting, brand new, very long, much stiffer. I mean, look, you can see the difference in those brushes. This is going to be fine if they keep it long enough that they wear this one out, or look into maybe getting a genuine one. But I want to see if it turns that light off, and, you know, it should just work a lot better. And we can click that on there, and now we have a brand new brush roll and a bottom flap in our head. I've also modified the head slightly as well. Do ignore the missing cap. I do have that. I did break it. I want to test it first before I glue that back on. But what you may see here is a little switch. Now, the thing with the Dart that differs from the Felix is that there would be a button here that turns the head on and off on a Felix. So what I've done is I've recreated that with a cheap little push button switch. And I went with a cheap little push button switch because obviously the idea is that you can just do it with your foot. And if you break it, it's a cheap little switch. And that just cuts, will hopefully cut the power to the PCB and effectively act like a brush control switch. But again, cannot test that yet until we can find some way. Maybe we just lick and stick those to that and then plug it in. What do you think? No, let's not destroy this machine, especially when we have some more parts to fit. But the main and most obvious one being we do something with this. You know, it is a bit naked and afraid, isn't it? So I have these here. What filter do you think my stepmother chose for her lovely new Sebo, we went, well, she went with the roses one. Yeah, I did show her the graffiti one. She wasn't keen. We're going for the roses. And I mean, the other filter is long gone. It is bin, but there we go. Look, that is the Sebo Felix filter. And yeah, now's her layer, just for show. And then this is the filter here. And yeah, this is going to look lovely. I don't know if it's got a sort of way to go. Let's do it that way. So we shall roll that onto there. Roll it round, and then it'll sort itself out once you get it square. There we go. We'll put one side into there. Bring this round. And then, this is going to be so nice and tight because it's a brand new filter. That can go into there, like so. It's hopefully not going to blow out like it did before. Then we can slip our slip rings into place, get them aligned. Oh, why aren't you aligning? Align. Ow, there we go. And yeah, once it tries to bite you, these will be in place. This is going to transform this machine quite significantly. What do we think to the Dart roses? I mean, it's a testament to all the stuff you can do with a Sebo, since this is essentially a Felix, or the Felix is essentially this. Any of the filters fit each other. So this once commercial grade, well, it is a commercial grade vacuum cleaner. Our £30 bargain. We spent the purchase price again on a new filter. And look how lovely it is. Transforms the entire look of the machine. The last thing that we can fit in this thing, at least until the postman comes again, is preparations for something else. This and the filter came direct from Sebo, so these are genuine Sebo parts from their website. Put this off. Oh, there's springs on it. That's going to be fun to not have fall everywhere. It's been a while since I've done one of these. There we go. That can click onto there. We can do the included, which is handy because I was wondering if it would come with one. Oh my goodness, it's getting the screw. There we go, the included tool holder. That is presumably so that the tools can slot on when they arrive. And yeah, that's what we need to wait for now. We need to wait for the rest of the goodies so that we can test this machine out and get it fit for being a daily use vacuum once more. Oh, fantastic. We didn't have to wait long because the very next day we have a box. What's inside this box? Well, this box itself is part of it. This is a Sebo Dart 1 box from the lovely Mr. Manchester Vacuum dealer. They assemble the machines for the customer and provide them fully assembled and sell the boxes. Check your local dealer does it as well. If not, seboshop.co.uk, and if they haven't got it, message them. This will be important in a minute, although to start with, we shall take out some of the other keys that I bought. Because yes, I wanted an extension wand. Yes, I wanted some small tools, and we have been provided with some very clean, slightly used examples, which is perfect. What I said to him, we have a spotless filter, because our one is a bit grim and is missing its top. And then we have possibly the most important part that I have been waiting for, a new cable exit grommet, so we can finally test if this machine actually still works. Let's get that fitted now. Being a Sebo Felix, this should be simplicity defined. You watched me completely mess this up. I didn't put it fully back together because I knew that we'd be doing this, so this screw should be loose and this bit can come off. Well, I guess first we can fit our nice cable grommet into our place, although I'm now wondering, I think I might just put this in boiling water, folks. You're going to go? Maybe a little helping hand. It's always ominous, isn't it? Oh, no, wait, yeah. So I don't want to split the brand new cable grommet. There we go. Marvellous. We now have a cable exit guide. This means that we can feed our pretty tatty wires through there. Somebody has had a go at this before, I think. I don't think they're quite the nice, neat job that Sebo would have done. Then we can, this is where we get a bit fiddly, pull our switch back down. And I'm going to tidy up and redo these ends, get them onto our terminals, and we should be good to test it. Then once it is in place and the cable clamp is fitted, we can hope that all the wires are tucked in the right place and it just snaps beautifully into position. Let's put the screw on quickly before it changes its mind, because we can finally test it and see if, well, A, I plugged the motor in correctly, B, if our floor head bodge has worked. Let's have a test. Although first we do need to pop the top off of the machine, fetch our non-broken pre-motor filter, pop that into place, then fit the bag. We'll stick with the used once by us, because again it was a new bag for sale, and we'll carry on using it for now. Oh, why won't you click down? I'm finding this very, very fiddly to get lined up and things to click into place. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the machine. Why won't you go? Yeah, the bag's not. Hang on. Yeah, now the bag's not. The little notch isn't clicking into the spring. Let me just help it with a screwdriver. I fear it's even simpler than that. Let's just open the little cap that sits on top of the bag. Oh, look, it fits absolutely perfectly. Whoops. Right. Let's see what happens when we turn it on. Yay! Right, just the head screw on. Start. Wow! Yay! My bodge works. You can turn the floor head on and off, and my goodness, that airflow seems phenomenal. Let's take the hose off and see. Oh yeah, that's very good. So, we are now working. I shall glue that back on in the next cutscene, but for now we'll put two of the tools on the machine. We'll put the crevice tool on, genuine from Sebo tool adapter, and that was from Sebo as well. These are all from the lovely Manchester vac, so we'll leave that there for now. We need to come back onto the tools, but we can finally test it and see how well it's working with its brand new brush roll. Bonus, the light isn't flickering on the head anymore, which is amazing. So yeah, it is now a Felix. Look, you can see where the wires coming from the back of it, because I had to extend it a little bit. Yeah, that just breaks the loom going through to the PCB and turns it into a Felix. Right, let's have a look at the extra tools that I'm going to give with this machine. And now we know it runs well, we can go and crack open a lovely, genuine, open it now, genuine Sebo. Oh, it's never going to be collectible anymore. what was it again? Orangina Sun Air Freshener. Yeah, brand new packet. Ooh, smells nice. So yeah, if you don't like it, it is in the bag. And I will tell you about it when you watch the video and complain. Ah, hello. How are you doing, my lovely stepmother? So, we now have I'm going to really struggle to not call it a Felix now. We have our Dart one, which, yeah, has some lovely tools. Thank you very much, Stuart, and the Manchester Vax team. And, yeah, we also have 2 extra tools, which is fine, because, yeah, obviously we now have a little wand, because my stepmother does use the tools quite a bit. So, I've got her a wand. That's why the box came from, because it was then easier to just say, oh, could you also send me a box and a nice little unique payment code so that I can pay for the box, and it was easier to ship. So yeah, we have an extra tool. Whether they get an extra clip or not, I don't know. And I mean, you could almost say that this machine can be used on hard floor, which is good because they have hard floor like in half of their bungalow. So that's partly where that came from. But even so, I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Oh. Actually, no, that's very nice. Yeah, but no, I'll take that back. That head worked beautifully well on the hard floor like that. Ah, well, I'm still going to give them the next bit anyway, because I've had this extension hose knocking around for ages, finally time to give it a home, and it plugs in there. And I figured that, again, being a Felix, it can just sit in the middle of their floor, and they can use it well enough now. You can fit the end to the wand, and you can have a nice time cleaning your sofa. Although cleaning the floor like this is going to be a pain. Then I realised that I have a Sebo adapter, and then this brand new Dyson flat out floor tool I got given in a bag of random stuff. And my stepmom's a lot shorter than me, so she'll probably find it a bit easier. And if she does find it a bit short, we can look into it. But effectively now we have a cylinder. Oh yeah! Wow, it clamps itself down. That clamps itself down really well. Yeah, it needs to be a bit flipping taller. That's annoying. Oh, I wonder if see, I haven't got the wand that fits that, which is a bit of a shame. I don't want to give them stuff that they won't use. I think if they like it too much, I have to find them an extension bit for this. But yeah, there's that. And then, where is it? Oh. I've also got this long big dusting brush, which again came in that same bag. I have no need for it. They get so many cobwebs where they are in the Lincolnshire Fens. I think this will have some good use. So yeah, they now do literally have a Sebo Felix, a very well equipped, well opportuned Sebo indeed. And before long we have this beautiful scene, if you ignore the poor corpses of Miele S7 uprights there. Yes, what started off as a £30 knackered Sebo Dart from Marketplace, as all good things do start with, we have this gorgeous machine. The filter cost the same amount as the vacuum cleaner itself. £10 for a box of bags, 13 odd quid for that hose, I think. Don't quite know how much the tools would have cost all in. You know, I paid a reasonable amount for the box and the small tools. The hose I already had. I found a brochure. That's going to go with it because they can have a look at it then and see how it's supposed to work. And obviously, that's what one should look like before we went and fitted the incorrect filter to it. I found a manual printed that out, and with our extra Dyson tools, it should hopefully provide itself to be quite a decent vacuum cleaner. Obviously, we have the other two small tools down there as well, and our brand new brush roll, which should make all the difference. So, what do you think of the Sebo Felix that we made, my stepmum? Do you think it was a good idea? Do you think we probably should have just bought a Felix and done this anyway? I don't know, really. It's a bit close, but what is slightly more important is that I can now send this up to them. That is why I asked Mr. Stewart for a box, because we both currently have coronavirus at the time of me filming this, and I was just going to smash up there this Sunday and drop it off and give it a bit of a demo, but I can't do that now. She needs it, man. They cannot use their Sebo S7, so I'm going to post it up in this. I'm going to ask them to keep the box, because I'm pretty sure we can fit my Sebo Felix Classic in this. It's because it's the Dart, and you obviously cannot take the handle off. The box has to be as long as the whole body, and then you take the head off and just chuck the head somewhere else. Okay, we've got to figure all that out right now, but I'm then hoping that if I can get the box back, I can probably pack my Felix in it, because I'll just keep the handle extended again. All the original, well, it's polystyrene foam. I don't know if that's tucked up Sebo really. This will be a fairly modern box, but again, it's a commercial machine, and away from the smiles of domesticness, I doubt anybody cares. And yeah, I can now have some nice polystyrene blocks. So yeah, hopefully, if they survive, and I'll tell my dad to not smash them as he unboxes it, I can have it back in a couple of weeks' time when I'm going up there anyway, and have it for my Felix. So lots of fun to be had. What do you think of our Dart one? Would you have done the same if it needed a filter? Because all the filters cost the same, so you can do what you want, really. I think it works lovely. If you didn't know any different, you wouldn't know that it's not a Felix. And I think that will do. So if you ever had a Dart one, do let me know down below. And I'll try and keep you updated with how this gets on as me, mum and dad's daily vacuum cleaner. And until the next time, I and some serious Sebo will see you soon. Bye bye.